Oh, where's the wine?
It's, what time is it?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
We need a little thing of wine.
I think it's delicious.
You like it?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am a huge advocate for the homemade tomato sauce. Like, we didn't even put any like herbs or like nothing to fancy it up, but I just think like
but you also
blended
did need
tomato
salt and all
it's
that
just
stuff,
like nice and very like fresh tasting, I think.
I think
the
so too.
sauce
I
is very
agree.
like light and tomatoey. I don't know.
No,
think it's
I
good.
agree. And if you're gonna have pizza, and like we didn't add, well, I had Alfredo, but you may not necessarily need tomatoes on here.
Yeah.
And I agree. Making your own homemade sauce,
I think it's worth
there's
it.
a freshness, there's a element to it that just tastes like, yeah. Well, hi, I am Amy Roloff, and I'm in my little kitchen, Amy Roloff's little kitchen. And guess who's in my little kitchen? I am so excited. So I am definitely going to take advantage of my daughter Molly being in town, baking, cooking, and
For sure.
all sorts of stuff. And my daughter-in-law, Isabel, is in town, and so I'm going to definitely take advantage of her for the day. Because you know me, one of my favorite places to be is in my kitchen. So today we are going to make pizza. And the reason I wanted to make pizza is because Molly loves to bake. She does well with yeast, and anytime I can have that experience with her in doing that, I will take advantage of it. So
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we'll have a good time. No, I should say hopefully you guys will have a good time, because you know I will.
Of course.
Molly's the
Oh.
baker. She's the one. She's
Yeah.
good at baking.
Pressure. Jeez.
No, but it's just fun.
It's
because-
easier than people think, so.
Yeah. Well, I just definitely, I realized that a couple of things that I made with yeast, I may have been doing it wrong, because I thought, I don't know where the little packet is, but I thought one little packet of yeast was 2 tablespoons, and it's like, no.
It's like 2
only
teaspoons.
1.
Yeah.
So I probably should have used a little more packets than I thought. So that's silly me. Anyway, so we're going to make pizza. So we're going to make our own pizza dough, and we're all going to kind of have 3 individual pizzas. I mean, Chris is going to have some of mine, and he likes meat. So we're going to have chicken on mine. So I'm going to create like an Alfredo sauce. You guys are doing
More of a tomato-based sauce
Okay.
with some different veggies and.
And you're doing cheese. I'm doing vegan cheese.
yeah. So Isabel's going to be mainly a vegan pizza. Molly's is going to be a vegetarian pizza, and of course I'm meat. So anyway, we're going to maybe try and have different slices of each pizza. But anyway, okay, Molly, the floor is yours, because we're making 1 pizza dough. We're going to cut it in thirds, so we each have our own dough.
Yeah. So we got some warm water in the bowl already. So
it doesn't have to be hot.
I mean, I would all the recipes will call it warm. I call it hot, because if it's just like lukewarm, that's probably not warm enough. But you want the temperature to be like around 100 to 110. Sometimes
Is this hot enough?
it's fine. Sometimes I measure it, sometimes I don't. I mean, we can probably heat it up more. It's like
Okay.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, we
Watch
can-
it not work now, though.
Well, we
Did I
can
say
put it
that?
in the microwave for a little
How-
bit.
how
if you
warm
want.
is it?
Do you have a thermometer? Do you want to
It's
test
not
it?
warm.
Because it has been sitting here for a little bit.
We could just do it.
Usually I just get it hot out of the faucet and then.
Okay, a digital thermometer is like the best thing on the planet. I think you told me that too.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're baking, it's important.
Because it might have cooled down since it's been sitting here. Oh. That's fine.
92.
It's in the 90s. Yeah. That's pretty
Let's
close.
zap it.
Okay.
Let's zap it. Let's zap it for 25 seconds. Watch it be too hot. So, you know what I would love to know from all of you guys is, what is your favorite pizza topping? What kind of pizza do you really, really like? Like, for instance, Chris will absolutely refuse to eat any pizza that has pineapple on it. It's like, that's like Ooh,
That's the number one
big no-no.
number one debate right now. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I know. Didn't you read that on the
Some
internet or
some
something
people
like that?
say yes, some people say no.
I say no.
You say
I'm
no.
not a pineapple on pizza.
I'm
Yeah.
allergic to pineapple, so even
See,
if I wanted it, I could.
And I would love it,
Okay.
Oh really?
but I'm okay without it.
I'm gonna try
It's not like I have to. Oh, should we stir it around?
if you want to.
Well, sometimes microwave. Oops.
Just about 105.
Yeah, we're about 104 and a half, so I think that's
Perfect.
a lot better than 93, so.
I
Okay,
mean,
so-
here's the thing: people back in the day didn't have thermometers to test their baking; they just did it by feel. So it's not quite, I don't think, as exact as people. You know
Oh,
what
really?
I'm saying? I mean, it's like you want it kind of in the range, but like,
Because every recipe that I have read, they said if you don't have your water hot enough for the yeast,
yeah.
then it deadens it. It doesn't have the power, you know.
I
to,
mean, I think it's probably better to go too cool than too hot, honestly,
Yeah.
because it'll just take longer to like activate if it's
because
too
if you
cold,
do too hot, you
too
kill
hot,
it.
you could kill it. Yeah,
Yeah.
So that, but
Okay, got it.
anyway.
So how much water did we do here?
So we did 2 cups of water.
Warm water.
Warm water, and then we are going to, I'm looking at my notes, pop the yeast in. What
Do you
was
need it
Oh,
closer?
and sugar. Yeah. So let me do the sugar first, actually, because I like to
So this
dissolve
is
it a little
about
bit.
2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 packets of yeast, and we used active dry yeast.
I'm going to dissolve the sugar a little bit. And then
Well, Isabel, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
pop the yeast in.
I love learning from Molly.
Jacob just got a promotion, so we're pretty excited about that too.
When Molly came to visit, she made some banana bread,
Oh,
and
yeah?
it's funny because I was like, okay, so we need to go buy a box, and she's like, girl,
No,
girl, I make it from scratch.
I don't think I've ever made banana bread from a box. I was like, I don't even know
I
what
don't
you're
think I
talking
have
about.
either, really.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I will admit, when the kids were younger, I made box cake because it was just quicker and
Box cake is
everything.
good.
Yeah,
though.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
But no, I make homemade cake now
Yeah,
all the
Look at
time.
you.
but I was like, what, over her shoulder, like she's a magician.
But I think also when you have a lot of kids, I mean, making everything from scratch, it's not hard. It's the time you
Yeah.
don't have.
Yeah.
So a box cake was easier. I wish I would have made homemade frosting. No, but anyway, you know, just other things.
There's some tricks you can do with box cake too, like add an extra egg or replace the
Yeah.
oil with butter. That makes it like richer,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
easy. And I just made one last week for Joel's birthday.
So what are we doing here?
Oh,
What-
so
what-
I
what are
popped
we
the
doing?
yeast in, and then now you just wait a couple minutes until it gets like frothier stuff. So now is actually a good time, like if we're gonna make a sauce, like blend up the tomatoes, anything like that, and this can just like sit for a second. Or
Should we grab the tomatoes?
Do you want to do that? Start making the sauce?
Sure.
So what we're going to do here, now obviously having a jar of pizza sauce, that works as well too, but I kind of like, I like doing everything homemade as much as I can because I just learn a lot more from doing it that way and just the process of it all. So I'm going to make an Alfredo sauce and they're going to make a tomato-based pizza sauce. So, yeah, we can do that because how long do you think this will take?
I mean, you can kind of see it starting to bubble up, and like there's that lump. You can see like little bubble movements.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's actually really going right now. This is
Okay, I've
this is
never
pretty
seen
exciting.
that. Let me bring one of you guys over
It,
here.
All these lumps just like exploded. You can see it's like moving.
Okay, people, this is like, I don't know about you, but I find this so exciting.
You have to look kind of closely, but it,
Yeah, get in there.
Sorry, my lighting's not the best.
I hope another.
Yeah, maybe another lump. It's like
It's gone quiet.
I tell you, it
As we were
happened,
talking
people,
about
and it was the most exciting thing. Look at us. We're like kids in high school. What an experiment.
I mean, we can, while the dough's resting, we can do the sauce, because this will be,
Why don't we do
I'm
that?
just going to get this dry stuff kind of mixed in. Some of it's still dry. Yeah, look at that big old bubble.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
And you don't
supposed to-
want to pop it, right?
I mean, it doesn't really
Not
matter.
right
It's
now,
not going to
anyway.
hurt it, really.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you want it to be kind of frothy and bubbly. You should see, like, it's active, right? So it should be, like, doing stuff.
All I say is just really, I mean, there's a lot of
I can
great
see it.
yeast out there. We're using an active Red Star active yeast, but you know, any good yeast. check the due date. Like, you don't want a due date that's like going to expire in a week.
So weird.
So should we get a fork? Do you need to mix it up with a fork, or what do you do?
No, so after this, we just mix in a little bit of olive oil. I think 2 tablespoons. A lot of 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons.
And this is a little. Did you add the salt already?
That was sugar. So no, I haven't added the salt. We add the salt actually to the flour.
Okay.
So
why don't you do that, Izzy?
Okay.
yeah, so we'll do 2 teaspoons salt in our. We have I think 4 cups of flour here,
Yes.
and we might add some more as we need the dough.
It's about 4 to 5 cups of flour, but if you need
2?
more flour, you add it.
Let's do 2.
And then I'll get a fork because we should stir that around.
Wow, this is like really bubbly. This is crazy.
Here you go.
They weren't kidding when they said active.
Yeah, you can see there's kind of like a layer of foam if you look around the edge.
Oh yeah, let me bring you guys over, because if you're not used to working with yeast like me, do you see that little layer there? That's the foam on top. That means your yeast is working.
Yeah. And my yeast doesn't always bubble up quite this much, but you should see some movement to know that it's been activated. But it's just that easy. Okay, so I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add the olive oil.
Hang on for just a sec.
Okay.
Hi, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are enjoying it, and I would really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribed to it. And oh, don't forget to click that little bell up there, and you'll be notified of future videos that are new and coming on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for that. And I would really appreciate it if you shared the video and let other people know, and encourage them to subscribe and like the videos as well. So anyway, thank you, and back to the video.
Okay,
good job.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
So now
couple
we'll
of tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. Use this thing. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Well, I didn't know if the little flap would just automatically
Unflap.
Yeah.
So 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Yes.
No, you didn't come up with this dough recipe.
No.
Did you get it off the internet or something like
I found
that?
it on the internet. It was
Okay.
one that the dough doesn't need to have rising time.
Okay.
So you can make it, like I usually just, because it's what's convenient, we'll make it like maybe an hour before dinner, and we will let it rest for a while, which is fine. It's turned out good, but you don't have to. It turns out fine,
Okay,
and
good.
it can be really quick.
But it's okay to let the dough rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
turned out good whenever we've done
Alright.
it, so.
Cool.
So it's pretty flexible. So I just kind of mixed in the olive oil a little bit, and now we'll add our flour.
Do you add it all at once?
I add a little at a time, and actually,
here.
should we stir it with that spoon, or do you have like a spatula or like a wooden? Because it'll get pretty thick.
I have this.
If it's sturdy, that should be fine.
I have this.
Add some of that. Sweet. When you guys want to kind of just mix it, and then I'll do a little more. I like to go slow just because it's easier to mix bit by bit. No, I just mean like add the flour slowly.
That's probably smart, so it's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And especially if you do this in your mixer. Can you do this in a mixer?
I've never tried it. It's just easier by hand for me. But
Yeah.
I'm sure if you had a dough hook.
Yeah. So you could probably do this in your mixer as well.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, in my mixer, I want to get a glass bowl, because metal bowl, you know, they say, oh, room temperature, let it rise. It's like the metal bowl gets cold.
That's interesting, yeah.
And so I want a glass bowl where you can, I don't know. Am I doing this right, Molly?
Yeah, so kind of just, go in a circle to it should start to form a ball once you kind of mix it around. And it's usually a little bit sticky once you get everything mixed in. I hope I remember everything right. Yeah, it's looking good. It'll start to come together.
Thick.
Mm-hmm. I love this wooden spatula. That was the first time I've used it. I bought some new stuff.
Nice.
So it's getting sticky.
And I'm gonna get just a little bit more flour. So what we do once it starts to come together and sort of form a little dough ball is that we're gonna turn it out, put a little flour on the counter, turn it out, and knead it for just a couple minutes until it smooths out. So
You add anything to it, like any seasoning?
we don't. I mean, you could if you wanted like herbs or something.
Or like
probably
a
be really good.
Parmesan.
I've seen
Yeah.
like rosemary
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We do that.
I think this would be a good time. I think what it would be best is add it to the flour so that it all incorporates. And
Mixes.
here, it might go in clumps,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So if you wanted like more of a garlic crust or Parmesan,
Parmesan would be good.
Yeah, 'cause
Or-
I was telling Molly, Jacob and I make our own pizzas, but we don't
Okay,
make our
that's
own
pretty
dough
good.
yet.
You don't want to overwork it too much.
yeah, that is key. I like to get every little bit because,
Yeah.
you know.
So we'll just dump it out. Izzy, do you want to do the honors or?
Get
You
your
got- you
hands
got your
floured.
rings on too,
Yeah,
so I don't
maybe.
know
Here, I'll do it.
if. Okay. Go for it. And you just kind of, if you need more
Don't
flour,
get out
I
of the
want
way.
to watch and learn. That's what I want to do. From the masters.
Yeah.
Okay. See, she knows what she's doing.
And really, you don't have to work it too much. It's just enough to kind of make it into a smooth. So once it feels kind of like a smooth dough ball, then we're done
Could you?
pretty much.
Is this the same concept of just making your own bread?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
'Cause
The thing that's crazy about bread is it's like, I mean, this has olive oil and sugar, so it's got more ingredients than a lot of breads, but you're working with like the same 3 or 4 ingredients, and there's so many different breads and it's like, how is there so much variety with like kind of the same couple deals?
'cause I'm just looking there and it's like, oh, it's just a
Yeah.
loaf of bread.
Yeah, that looks great. Feels smooth. Can I feel it?
Does it feel okay?
Feels great. I don't know. I'm not super picky with
Yeah,
my.
she looks
Looks
good.
a little lumpy. And
That's
sometimes a mixer would
Well, these pieces are.
be. Oh
okay.
yeah, that's
I
probably
almost
good.
no, that's fine. I almost wonder if we work too much flour into it. I feel like it's a little stickier normally when I make it, but that's fine. Let's plop it in here for it to rest for a second while we make our sauces. And I'm actually
This is kind of fun. I was trying to,
Yeah.
you know.
flip it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
Because that's when you do the
It's
like.
not good to
the
overdo
spinning.
your dough.
Yeah, the thin
How you
parts.
like how you stretch it.
So
Ooh,
you're
you want
saying
to feel it?
it's a little, yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't that fun? I mean, come on now.
This is why dough is fun.
It's pretty sticky, Mom.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
But you said it's.
I can see what she meant though.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
pop it in there. I usually put a little oil in my bowl just so it,
Then you do both sides, don't you?
if you want to. We don't always do that.
I don't know. That's what they say.
Sure.
Usually. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna, like Molly said, we don't have to rest the dough, but we're gonna do it so that we can get our sauces made. So they're doing a tomato base. I'm gonna do an Alfredo, and hopefully we'll do a little video of that as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm having an Alfredo sauce. I have my butter heating up here. Molly is getting the tomatoes ready and doing her red sauce, but I've got some butter in here, some flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. I have a little bit of salt here. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. Cook the flour a little bit to get the kind of flour taste, cook out the flour taste. And make sure you break up the flour so you don't have little clumps. I don't know, I may need a little more flour. I don't think 2 tablespoons is enough, but we'll see. But we're also adding Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna slowly add in the milk. This is going to be the Alfredo sauce. And then I'm gonna cut up the chicken. So we're getting our pizzas ready. And we also got a phone call because I have very important people in my little kitchen. Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken up now. I'm gonna add in the cheese. Oh yeah, this is thick enough. Because obviously you don't want runny Alfredo sauce. So depending on the thickness you want, I think this will be enough. And if I can show you, I mean really kind of thickening up. And it'll also thicken when you put it on the pizza and cook it. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the heat because I think this is enough, but look at how smooth it is. Oh, luscious. Okay, we've got some pizzas going on here, don't we?
Yeah, how do I do
Okay,
this?
this is the top button.
You just press the top button.
Yeah.
What's the button?
Don't lift it up. The bottom button is if you want more power. So we just did a can of Marzanta? What's the name of those
Whole
tomatoes?
peeled tomatoes.
No, Marzano, best. San Marzano tomatoes. They're the best. It's kind of like a Roma tomato, but comes from Italy, but if that's a good tomato to use. I use it for all my marinara sauce, pizza sauce, whatever. So that's what Molly's doing. We just put you can do whatever you want, but put it in a little tomato paste.
Yeah.
But you'd be amazed at the richness of the sauce. And I just got done making my Alfredo sauce. Then we're gonna get going on our little
Okay.
pizza.
What do I
Are
do
you
with
done?
it? Yeah, what do I do with it?
Izzy, can you unplug it? We'll just put that in the sink and
Okay. Oh yeah, it's just like a little blender down there.
yeah.
Cool. Cool. Wow, our dough got big. We probably should have covered it.
So, did it get this big?
And look at that, it unhooks.
Well, it is also a double batch.
It unhooks so you wash the blade and everything.
Oh. Okay.
So what are we doing now?
Okay, what do we do now? Oh, let me cut up the chicken real quick.
Okay.
Okay, can I do that?
Perfect.
So anyway, we're back in Amy Roloff's little kitchen and we just got done making Alfredo sauce, which I think you'll see a little clips of that video. Molly just took a can of tomatoes with a little tomato paste and an immersion blender and made that. So when you make your pizza sauce, you can obviously use a jar or add any other seasonings to the sauce, whatever. I mean, pizza, like half the things you do in cooking, you can really make it your own.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the recipes, and I look on so many people on the internet, it's just to spur inspiration, ideas, and you know, stuff like that. Because you may not always have the ingredients, but you can, you know, substitute it for something else. So
Yeah.
anyway, I only had 2 big stones, pizza stones. Molly's gonna use it on a metal one, and so we're just gonna start prepping this, getting the dough ready. Show everyone the dough. I mean,
It's
look at how much
got
that pop.
big, which yeah, you don't necessarily again have to let it rise,
Yeah.
but we did and it did. So
Because we were busy talking and getting everything else already.
should I just put it on the counter?
Well, do you want to do it on here and just
Sure.
cut it? Do you think it needs
Wow,
flour?
look at that.
Do we need a little flour?
If you to make it easier to touch, you can, but
I don't know.
we don't
It's up
have to.
Here, use this.
Do you want to do 4 or 3? How thick do you want your?
I don't know. What do you guys want?
I would probably do 4.
Okay.
Because you have an extra there.
Yeah, I would probably do 4.
Yeah, perfect. Just, yeah. Thank you. So
Okay,
now,
we
Oh.
might be. Oh, wait a minute. Should we do anything to our what we're putting our pizza
put a
on?
little cornmeal down. I'm gonna do olive oil since I've got a metal tin.
Here, can you do a little olive oil on this one? Okay. Just use your dough to,
should I put it?
or fingers.
No.
I don't think the stones need. You just want to do probably a little cornmeal on the stones.
Where's the cornmeal?
Oh, over there,
right
hang
over
on.
there. Maybe I could even do some. Well, no, just
Do you want to use a little oil? I don't think the oil needs a stone.
because the
Just
purpose
sprinkle
of the
this on.
stone is
Have it in
it.
my hands?
Oh, here.
The purpose of the stone is it draws moisture out, so I don't think you want to cover it in oil.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And then I just kind of start spreading it out once you're ready.
Do I want to mix the cornmeal with the dough?
Oh no, I would just probably spread it on like how she's doing there. Just kind of spread it out.
It helps give a crispier bottom,
Do I
and
need
it
more?
creates little eye pockets. Or little eye pockets.
That looks good to me though.
It creates little air pockets, so your crust, and then just set it in the middle and just spread it out. And if it keeps bringing back, see, I'd rather have a double one. I mean, look at how thin it is here.
Well, you've got really thick edges. I mean, you could add more. But sometimes if you, usually we spread it out kind of as much as it feels like it'll go, and then if you let it rest for a few more minutes, it'll be easier to, depends on how.
Are you gonna do the flipping thing that you were doing
I
earlier?
don't know. but
In the
I got too thin of a bottom, Molly.
Okay, you can add more, Mom.
What do I do?
Well, so your edges are, like, look, you got these really thick spots here.
I think you almost need to flour your fingers so it doesn't stick.
Right there is a little wet. Over here is not too bad.
Here, do you have any extra?
Yeah, that's a little thin there. It's harder to spread on the stones. I haven't used those before.
Maybe it
Because look,
is.
it's kind of sticking to the stone a little bit. Maybe what we should have done is
oil it.
We'll spread them out somewhere else and then transfer
Yeah.
them to the stone is what we should have done. Because I think it's difficult to spread it on the stone.
Oops.
I mean, I'm not having two.
I think it is.
Well, that's a good learning experience. I hadn't used those before.
I mean, mine looks okay.
Yeah, yours is looking good.
A little thin.
I'm
some
gonna do
stuff.
mine on the counter, people. I redid it. Little cornmeal's gonna be mixed in, but I think that'll be okay. See, you didn't think it was sticky. I think it's stickier now, Molly.
Yeah, the dough. Okay.
Okay.
Just
Just like this?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
no, that looks great.
Okay.
And then I think what our plan was, correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, we were gonna pop these in the oven for just like 5 minutes to kind of set the dough.
Well, that's what you had suggested, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ovens are ready, so I'm gonna go.
I think it's 5 minutes.
Yeah, just a couple minutes.
Wait a minute, I'm not ready.
Well, we've got multiple ovens here.
Okay.
Need yours. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
See, even pizza dough, it can sometimes be a little tricky.
You want some help?
Why is mine all lopsided?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a perfect square. Oops.
I know, mine's not even a circle. What in the world?
Well, yeah, let me see your technique. How are you doing this?
I don't know.
So like you can go like from here and move it that way, you know, you can kind of push the dough. If you're just gentle, you can work it from one end to
Maybe I'm
the other.
too tough with the dough.
I think you're kind of smooshing it into the counter a little bit. You gotta be careful there.
Oh. Well, I put flour on it. Ooh, dear.
Oh no, you're fine. It's good.
Maybe I should take the other one and start over.
I think it's fine.
I don't think so.
What do you want to do with the other one?
Whatever you want to do.
Do you want to still make the other one just so that you have an extra?
Yeah. Where is the other one? Here. Do you want it?
Okay, I think I'm good here.
There you go. You got it.
Where'd
Yeah.
the
Look
thing
at
go?
that. It's right here, Mom. This.
Oh,
Look, you got this.
There we go.
okay. Do pizza dough like my daughter and daughter-in-law, not like me.
The point of pizza, making your own pizza is at home, is that it's fun. That's the whole
Yeah.
deal.
Maybe
So
I'm
you
too
just-
rough with it.
See, like normally what I do is I just kind of start going out from the middle, and then I don't know, you just kind of keep pulling it out in a circle fashion.
Though I think this one might be thicker than ours.
Yeah, this one does look a little thicker. Maybe we didn't cut them evenly.
Oh dear.
I feel like it's easier on this guy.
Yeah, it slides pretty easy on these.
Maybe I just have to read up on how to use a stone.
I mean, it's awesome. When you said pizza stones, I'm like, what? I didn't know. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I also think this is a very good pizza dough. So follow the pizza dough, and you guys might be better than I at really forming your pizza.
Did you find it on Pinterest?
I don't remember where I found it. I think it was just some Googling. We had tried a
See,
couple
this is
different
so
recipes.
thin.
Well, because you got some thick areas here, so you just don't want to pull the.
You know what? I think that's what I'm doing. I'm pulling it too
Because you
much.
don't want to pull the thin. You just kind of want to like smush it slowly toward. If there's a
But
thick
it's sticking
part.
to my hands.
Oh, see, I don't touch it
'Cause I
really
think,
long enough for it to stick.
When I've done it, I've wet my fingers a little.
Oh, interesting. You've wet them?
Mhm.
Huh. I haven't tried
Okay, sorry. This pizza dough that Molly has is a little better than mine. So I think I'm going to go with hers.
that. Well, we're gonna cook all of them. You can make
Yeah.
both
Look
bowls.
at all those those.
That way Chris can have some too.
Okay.
Speaking of Chris.
Sorry, Chris.
What do you mean, sorry?
Come check it out.
What is that? Are you going abstract on me, babe?
You might as well just start doing
Look at
like,
Molly's.
do a state. You might as
Yeah.
well create it into Michigan or something.
Oh, I know.
Make it into something.
Yeah.
In the tool shed?
No.
What is left open?
No, I probably popped open it.
So we're just getting dry. Let's see how this
Yeah.
is still moist.
Touching it quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Pizza dough. Here we go. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like Molly said, it's about having fun.
Oh, those are too small.
Here. You want to put it on the bottom?
Oh, I didn't know if they were. It looked really close.
Should we check ours?
I mean, it may be.
1 minute left on ours.
Well, say hi,
Okay.
Chris.
Well,
He's still hurting. This dog is still hurting. Big time.
Okay,
Okay. Well,
here we go.
my daughter and daughter-in-law did a whole heck of a lot better in their pizza crust than I did. I'm not going to lift it up because it is hot, but this looks like some blob of a
It
dough.
looks fun. Is what it
And
looks.
this one over here is in a round circle. We might have left it in a little bit too long, but that's okay. So I'm doing Alfredo. You guys
Yeah.
are doing what? So we can
Alright,
just talk
go for it.
about what we're.
We got lots of different toppings here.
I've got an Alfredo sauce. I'm gonna kind of do 2 pizzas since I kind of messed up. And there goes Chris walking in. Hey, babe.
pizza. Oh, we got a red sauce and a white sauce going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mixing it up.
Wow.
I don't know how thick to go.
However thick you want. That's fine to me.
Mine has valleys and
That
mountains
captures
in the
more
crust.
toppings.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah. So yours is gonna have little pockets of surprise.
I don't know, babe.
Okay.
I don't know, babe.
So what state or animal were you trying to shape here?
You know the movie The Blob, or you know
Yeah.
something. That's what it reminds me.
That's what I told her at that point. Just go with the state of Michigan or something.
Yeah.
Splattered
Or,
in
you
there.
know, what odd state do we have in our?
Oh,
So anyway,
Greater
but I got
Idaho.
chicken.
wow.
Yeah. Here you go.
Liberty State.
What is it?
No.
Do you not leave a crust? I guess your crust is
Oh.
a little.
Yeah.
Your face got a little red being outside.
Yeah, just for a little bit. I've got more work to do on the pond. I can't imagine that you could really go wrong. I mean,
That's what I think.
I don't know if I've ever had a bad pizza. It's still kind of tasty.
That's kind of how I feel.
You gotta just go for it.
Oh,
Pizza's
you try to
pizza.
be nice to me.
I'm saying no matter what, babe, I'm sure I'll eat it.
That means if it's not good, that means it was really not good.
Okay,
I think
well
I'm
I'm
gonna add a
done
little
with
bit
this.
more.
So
Okay.
this is what I'm gonna put on ours. I'm gonna put chicken, little sun-dried tomatoes, green onions, maybe red onions, some garlic, mushrooms, spinach, a little yellow pepper. Is that good?
Sounds great. Good job. All right.
Okay,
Looking
babe.
forward to the finished product. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna just eat this to yourself?
Molly, if you guys
not
didn't
the
see
whole
this,
thing, but-
this is a behind the scenes camera thing. Molly forgot as I would have, that the things were hot, so she burnt her finger.
I've done that a number of times. I don't know what it is. I just forget.
Okay, the big debate, well, I hope it's okay. Is it okay, your finger?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think the biggest debate is, do you put the toppings on and then the cheese, or the cheese first?
I usually put a little sprinkle of cheese
I do
and
too.
then my toppings and then my main cheese because I feel like sandwiching it helps. I'm also thinking that with the spinach, it's probably good to have it like under something so it doesn't like char or like over bake because it's so light. I would put it like on a lower level. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rather than just putting the spinach right on top.
Oh, I would too. I would
Yeah.
do it like you said, a little cheese. So, Isabel is doing vegan cheese. We're gonna do the regular mozzarella. So I'm just gonna sprinkle on it because I agree. I think the toppings need something to adhere to.
I think so too.
And you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna add a little bit of Italian seasonings
Okay.
just to have a little spice to this. Okay. There's ours over there. Can you have me some more spinach?
Mhm.
And we've got a lot more spinach, guys,
There
so.
you go.
I don't like the stems on them. Oh, look at this.
You like that?
This is so fun. Who cares what shape your pizza crust is in?
Exactly.
Okay, so daughter and daughter-in-law, what is going on in life? Anything? Joel's finishing up his MBA.
Yeah.
Big congrats. Jacob got a promotion.
Yeah.
Your art, Izzy, going good?
Oh yeah,
Going well?
going
I
well.
think we need some more spinach.
There's just gonna be so many toppings.
I know, that's why I like to keep it. I like to keep it kind of simple. So for my little spice, I'll do a little red onion.
Well, I don't know where my Italian seasonings
Oh
went,
my
so I'm
gosh.
just going to add a little thyme.
We should get a picture of them all. They're so cute.
Oh, I think so too. Anybody want anything?
What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm good.
What is that?
Thyme?
Oh yeah, I'll do some time.
Okay. I like spreading the meat so that you have something of every little topping in every bite.
Yeah, that's important.
Oops, I need more spinach. Can you hand me the thing of spinach?
It's money.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, how pretty, pretty, pretty.
Ooh, it's gonna be so yummy.
Okay.
What? Pretty, pretty. Who's pretty? Oh,
We got a little fresh minced garlic too. I don't know if you
yeah, I
mentioned
want
that.
some of
but
that.
Don't forget about that.
I want some of
Green
that.
onion.
I'm gonna do a little bit more cheese here.
I need another thing of spinach. Okay, here I go.
Okay. Boom.
Not yet. Don't wait for me.
I'm gonna move one of the oven racks.
Candy. Oh yeah.
Sun-dried tomatoes,
Yes.
guys. These are powerful.
So not too much.
I mean, unless you don't mind the intensity of it. You need more?
No, this is perfect. And pass the time when you have the time.
Pass the time when you have the time.
Yours looks great.
Okay.
Okay. Should we get
Here you
some
go.
photos of our creation?
Oh, I am. A little garlic here. I hope I put enough sauce on mine. But I used it all up, so I guess it is enough.
Okay.
How's your finger?
It's
I
fine.
know.
I didn't burn it actually very bad at all. Last summer when I did that, it was.
Do we have any
blistering.
more yellow onion or yellow
Yeah.
pepper?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Oh, mushrooms. I need mushrooms.
It's
Okay,
pretty.
I am going to make this pizza dough again because
Sometimes it takes a couple tries to
Yeah.
get it how you want it to be.
I need to perfect in making this.
Yeah, and it's a little different. Like, how long do how long you let it rise, it'll act a little different. Or putting
Yeah.
oil down on the pan if you're not, or using a pizza stone, like that all can affect the end product. So
You're right.
how much you need it, like.
Can you guys put mine in too?
Can you
You set a timer on that, or?
Yeah.
I have a timer on.
Can you open the bottom one?
Here, I have this timer.
Yeah.
I did have a timer. Where'd it
Gosh,
go?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
It's like hot in here.
Well, we have the oven on. It's hot outside. And...
Nothing to say. Okay, yeah, let's do a timer.
Okay, I've got the timer on. 10 minutes. We'll see you guys. Back. Okay. Well, I will tell you this, Molly. Definitely, you have had a lot more experience for your figuring out this whole pizza thing.
I think
But-
it'll look great.
I do
Yeah.
too. I think they'll taste great, but I think I don't know about you, Izzy, but what I'm noticing is that I've got to read up on cooking a pizza and using a pizza stone for various things, because it may be better if we do heat it up first and then
Yeah.
do this, or I'm not sure, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, here, let's get some plates out. Can we have a piece? Okay, you guys first.
Go for it.
There's the pizza cutter. Sorry, I only have one,
That's fine.
you know. But anyway, what I would say is that, you guys have all made pizzas, or many of you. I would love to hear what are some of your favorite toppings. What is the pizza dough that you like to use if you're making it from scratch? This has been a great, fun experience in the kitchen. I love the moments and the memories that, I share or get with my daughter Molly and my daughter-in-law Izzy and all of my kids, really. So anyway, this has been really, really fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just kind of take a piece and kind of take a bite and see if we actually like our creations.
See how we like it.
There we go.
Here, let me see. Do you need, I don't have, the only thing I might have is something like this, Izzy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Here.
There you go, Mom. I'm not sure how you cut that.
Yeah, how
Hack
do
off
I?
one of the lumps.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go this.
Hack off one of the lumps.
And then
That's
just
the bottom. Oh, see, yeah.
cut like that.
A little more on the bottom.
Yeah.
Cut like that. I think I would really prefer thinner dough, but we might have let the pizza dough rise too much. I don't know,
I'm
but
wondering also if you use a rolling pin, like Chris was saying, to get it more
Yeah.
evenly flat. Might help.
yeah.
Bon appetit.
I think it's too hot to.
Is it?
It might be.
Oh, where's the wine?
It's what time is
It's
it?
5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
We need a little thing of wine.
I think it's delicious.
You like it?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am a huge advocate for the homemade tomato sauce. Like,
mm-hmm.
we didn't even put any like herbs or like nothing to fancy it up, but I just think like a
But you also
blended
did need
tomato.
salt and all
It's
that
just
stuff,
like
yeah.
nice and very like fresh tasting. I think.
I think
the
so, too.
sauce
I
is very
agree.
like light and tomatoey. I don't know.
No,
think it's
I
good.
agree. And if you're gonna have
I-
pizza, and like we didn't add, well, I had Alfredo, but you may not necessarily need tomatoes on here.
Yeah.
And I agree. Making your own homemade sauce,
I think it's worth
there's
it.
a freshness, there's a element to it that just
Mhm.
tastes like, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's good. How'd your cheese turn out?
Really good.
Mhm.
Usually it doesn't melt, but it did.
Yeah, I think
The dough's got a good flavor though.
it really does. It's a thicker dough and stuff, but you know what? That's why I love being in the kitchen. It may not turn out, nice and pretty and perfect all the time, but it always tastes good. Go to my YouTube channel at Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, or you can go to amyroloffslittlekitchen.com. You'll find this recipe, the video, and all of the other recipes and videos over there. So from my little kitchen to yours, I hope you keep enjoying gathering around the table, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.